Give a modern engineer a crane, a computer, and unlimited concrete, and ask him to build the Great Pyramid. He'll tell you it can't be done. Not on time, not on budget, maybe not at all. Now, here's the part that should keep you up at night. The Egyptians did it 4,500 years ago, with copper tools and rope. 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing more than a truck, stacked with a precision so exact that the base is level to within a couple of centimeters across an area larger than 9 football fields. No power tools, no steel, no wheel worth mentioning, and they finished it in about 20 years. So how? For centuries, people had one lazy answer: aliens. Because apparently it's easier to believe in spaceships than to give ancient humans credit. But the truth is stranger, because the truth is that they were just that good. Let's kill the biggest myth first. It wasn't built by slaves cracking under whips. That image comes from Hollywood, not evidence. Archaeologists found the workers' town right next to the pyramids, and they found bakeries, breweries, medical care, and tombs built with honor right beside the kings. These weren't slaves. They were skilled laborers, fed on bread and beer, treated for broken bones, and buried like men who mattered. Losing an entire workforce to cruelty is inefficient, and Egypt was nothing if not efficient. Now the real question: how do you move a 2-ton block with no machines? The answer is embarrassingly simple, and we almost missed it: water. A single wall painting shows a massive statue being dragged on a sledge, and one man at the front is pouring water onto the sand in front of it. For years, historians thought it was a religious ritual. It wasn't. Wet sand cuts the friction of a sledge nearly in half. That ritual was engineering. They were reducing drag, and they knew exactly what they were doing. For the ramps, theories still compete: a long straight ramp, a spiral ramp wrapping the pyramid, or, the one gaining ground, a ramp built inside the pyramid itself, hidden in the structure as it rose. Each theory has supporters, none has won, which means the single most famous building on Earth still guards the secret of its own construction. But here's the detail almost nobody talks about: the precision. The 4 sides of the Great Pyramid are aligned to true north with an error smaller than the width of your thumb. They had no compass, no GPS, so they used the only fixed thing they had: the stars. They tracked the sky, measured the shadows, and carved a mountain that points at the heavens more accurately than most buildings we make today. And that's the part that should humble you. We keep asking, how did primitive people build this? But that's the wrong question. Because they weren't primitive. We just needed them to be so we'd feel better about not understanding them. The pyramids weren't built by aliens. They weren't built by slaves. They were built by human beings, organized, brilliant, and relentless, who decided to make something that would outlast every empire that came after. 4,500 years later, it's still standing, still perfect, still refusing to fully explain itself. And every civilization since has looked up at it and asked the same question: how? The Egyptians already knew the answer. They just didn't feel the need to write it down for us.